Hey everybody, Mrs. Bianchi. Two students evaluate the expression 17, and then in parentheses we have 4 plus 15. I rewrote that here just because we're going to work with that on the side. Student A evaluates the expression by adding the product of 17 and 4 to the product of 17 and 15. Student B evaluates the expression by determining the product of 17 and 19. So before we begin, this question is really asking, or it's seeing if you remember about distributive property, basically. So if we were to distribute this, wouldn't we be doing 17 times 4? And I'm just going to take out a calculator just to speed things up. And if we find what 17 times 4 is, 17 times 4, we could do that easily in our head, but we get 68. So I'm just going to write that number here. And if we did this times this, that's basically multiplying the 17 times 15. So I'm just going to show you that on the calculator. 17 times 15. And we end up getting this number, which is 255. Let me write that down. So we did 17 times 4, and we got 68. And then we're going to add to that, right? Because it says adding the products together, right? So that this product would be 17 times 4, and this product of 17 times 15, we got this right here, 255. So we did the 17 times 15, and we got 255. Now, if I add those two numbers together, let's do it on the calculator to speed things up. So we have 68, and we're adding to it 255. And what do we get? We get 323. Now, if we were just going to go ahead and let me erase these arrows just to kind of remind you about where the 19 might come from. If we were just going to follow order of operations and evaluate the same expression, wouldn't we be adding these two things together, which would be 19? And doesn't this mean 17 times 19? So let's take out the calculator and see what we get when we do 17 times 19. We get this number. 17 times 19 is 323. So again, is that the same thing we got before? Did we get that same number before? Now, what does that mean about who's correct? Because they want to know, is each student's evaluation correct or incorrect? So you have to decide, are both of them correct? Are neither of them correct? Is only student A correct, or is student B the only person that's correct? All right, so just carefully choose and bubble in what you believe to be true about that one based on our conversations. Now, what you could do if you're still confused about distributive property is try the same idea only with different numbers, and just, maybe change this to being like a 20 and make this a 2 and maybe make this an 18, and then try distributing it to see what happens when you distribute it, to see if that would work every time if you're not remembering it from class.